understand something about our natures, that we are creatures of reasoning, but we're also embodied beings. And we are largely autonomous bodied beings. We're not just minds placed inside bags of flesh and blood. We literally are these things. We're these dynamically evolving creatures. And I think philosophical reflection and reasoning can make us understand that. And as a result, it can make us respect our embodiedness by doing justice to the fact that we need to move, we need to be out there. Philosophical reflection can help me understand how important encounters with the transcendent are so that I can place myself into contact with nature. It can make me reflect in the Buddhist tradition that my obsession with myself is problematic. And so I need to unself myself by engaging in acts of selflessness, serving other people. It's no coincidence that all great religious traditions stress acts of charity and service to others, right?
Yeah.
Like I've even turned this into a bit of a slogan in my philosophical counseling that the best way to stop worrying about oneself is to start worrying about somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Turn your concern outward and deliver yourself from anxiety about your own fate, right?
Yeah.
So I think counseling can bring us to these points where we can see where we need to go next. So you're
Yeah.
right. Reasoning alone will not deliver me, but it will make me capable, perhaps, of coming to understand things about my condition so that I can help myself appropriately.
Yeah. Do you prefer philosophical counseling to teaching in universities?
Ah, wow, what a question. I loved I loved teaching in a particular way because it was a reminder of what philosophy was. I did not like the professional trappings of professional philosophy.
Oh, yeah.
I did not
Yeah. The
appreciate many of
politics.
yeah, the what I would call the institutional or disciplinary aspects, the inevitable sort of specialization and then sort of imposition of broader, political and economic models of evaluation, ranking, productivity. And, I just really felt like I think I sometimes had to remind myself years later when I was a postdoc, when I was a full professor, I was like, why did I start studying philosophy? I started studying philosophy 6 months, 3 months, 4 months after my mother died.
Mm.
I wanted to make sense of this world. And instead, I'd become obsessed with referees' reports and becoming angry because I didn't get a contract at Cambridge. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm just always
I know when you
disappointed
were
by
talking
myself.
about having rages, now these two times I've like heard you speak, it's hard for me to imagine you in a rage. You seem very kind of like chill.
Oh, oh my God, yeah, yes, I have there are people who know me who would suspect me of having
You have a temper.
have a temper. Yes, yes. Um, but I think that's exactly right. That as I grow older, perhaps, and you reflection can make it possible for to regulate one's moods better, and to at least
Yeah.
be smart enough to know how to take care of oneself, right? Um, so I think philosophy has a role to play in that, and I think that sense, I would say it has been valuable to me, and I would say my teaching was deeply valuable to me when it was bringing me into contact with those aspects of philosophy.
Hmm.
When I would be engaging with something with somebody that was eager to learn. Sometimes I had students come to my office hours and sometimes talk to me, and those are the encounters that made me think that this is affecting people in ways that has nothing to do with grades or them getting into law school or my publishing a paper. And I remember teaching a class on stoicism and a student writing to me that it helped them with their mental health problems.
Mm. Very
And
cool.
it slowly started was once I started to think of leaving academia, I only really had two options open to me. I was like, I'm either going to write, and I'm going to write,
Yeah.
or I'm going to use philosophy was going to be my escape to escape my problems.
You broke up for me. I've lost you, Samir. Samir, are you there? Can you hear me?